Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm making a post-fight video on Miguel Cotto versus Floyd Mayweather. And let me start off by saying that this was a phenomenal fight. I couldn't have asked for a better fight from Miguel Cotto. It was just brilliant to see this guy come out and do what he did, man. A lot of people weren't giving him a shot. I personally wasn't giving him a shot. Well, I did. I'll explain that later on in this video. Um, Coming into this fight, when I first saw the thing start, like Miguel Cotto versus Floyd Mayweather, I was like, that's not even a fair fight. And the reason I said that is because of what Miguel Cotto. Just think what this fight could have been if Miguel Cotto didn't go through the Margarito stage and the Manny Pacquiao experience. And I call it the Manny Pacquiao experience because catch weight. Manny Pacquiao drains people. It's a known fact. We already know how that operates. Then Margarito, I feel like this guy should, get the fuck out of boxing because this guy almost ruined this guy's career because of using plaster. Like I just you people don't get what it is, man. Miguel Cotto used to be such a different fighter before that happened. But but Miguel Cotto came back, man, and he showed it tonight. And he showed it his previous fights. And it was just amazing to me. And people didn't want to give him a chance. I gave him a slight of a chance because I knew the thing that separated Miguel Cotto from previous Mayweather opponents is his experience and his ring knowledge, and he's an intelligent fighter, man. And just like Floyd, he makes adjustments. So that's why I was like, you know what? I swear to God, I should have made a pre-fight video, and I kept telling people the only way Miguel Cotto is gonna win this fight is if he throws his jab, he doesn't get scared, and he doesn't get tired. And he did all those things, man, up until the last couple rounds because he got fatigued and he stopped throwing his jab. And I say this because I said it before. I used to have some videos up on YouTube, but I put them down. Um, People need to see that the only way to beat Floyd is the jab. And I've known this for a while now. I've known this for a couple years. And the reason I do is because just look at the last person that could have beat him. It was De La Hoya. And De La Hoya could have won that fight if he kept up his jab the last 2 to 3 rounds. Everybody knows that. And De La Hoya was past his prime. A good body puncher with a good jab. So, what do we see tonight again? A good body puncher with a good jab, and he stopped throwing it, and that's why he lost the last, 4 rounds. So it was just a great fight. I loved every second about it. And there's some people that are saying that they're disappointed with this fight. I really don't see that. I don't see how they could be disappointed because we got 12 rounds of quality boxing. We saw Floyd Mayweather come out of his shell a little bit. Usually a defensive fighter. He showed his offense somewhat. He shows that he still, lacks power, dominating power, but he's just so crisp, man. And his defense is just, come on. Do I really need to go down that road? I think we all know Floyd by now. But Miguel Cotto, I think he stole the show tonight. And I say that in the aspect of none of us expected a Miguel Cotto like that. And he came out fearless, executed a game plan, but just fell short. Just like every fighter, but he fell short the closest, if that makes any sense. And you know what? People are not giving credits to his new trainer. And, even though it looks like they're kind of not, on the same page sometimes and it's not clicking because it's rather new. But, you could see it, man. He's a completely different fighter, and it was just a great fight. One thing that I also noticed during the fight was the blueprint. Though there's only a small blueprint, it's microscopic. So the way to beat Floyd Mayweather is with the jab. But I also saw another weakness in this fight, and that was when Floyd is going side to side and popping you from the outside. When you have him in, when he steps back, jabs and goes around you, when he was going around, he's like susceptible to the left hook, but turning away. So when Floyd will pop him he's on the inside. pops out and goes around. When he goes around, Cotto threw, like 4 or 5 lefts as he's leaning away from him, and he caught him flush. So that's, I don't understand though how, I'm not even a professional boxing trainer, and I see these little small details. I've known the whole jab thing for like, a few years now. That's the way to beat Floyd, but nobody ever does it. Nobody ever does it. That's why I don't understand. Like, aggressiveness is not gonna work. A good offense is not gonna work versus the best defense. We all know that defense wins all the time, and that's what Floyd is, a defensive fighter that counterpunches. So this was just, for anybody that fights Floyd from now on, they need to look at what Miguel Cotto did, and it was just, that's what it is, man. Just simple stuff. People complicate themselves. But anyways, let's touch on another subject. Let's get back on track. What's next for Miguel Cotto? I don't know. But what I do know is that I want to see him fight again. I definitely do. I thought he was, pretty much going downhill. But, and me, there's a positive in every negative. And in this loss, I saw a Miguel Cotto that I hadn't seen in a while. And that goes to his training, to his mental preparation, and it was just great. And I definitely want to see Miguel Cotto in the ring again. I don't care if he has 3 losses, 2 asterisks. I mean, 2 of them have asterisks next to them. This is for sure his only real loss. So definitely I want to see a lot of Miguel Cotto again. I see a lot of left in him. And Floyd, what can I say about Floyd, man? I don't know. The only possible fight that would interest me with Floyd would probably be Sergio Martinez. That's the only competition that I see, man. And I don't think he's gonna do that. And I see it because if he had difficulty last night with Miguel Cotto, who's a natural at that weight, just imagine a bigger, faster, stronger person. Floyd, I don't know, man. I don't know if he will want to take that risk. He took a big risk, with a natural, Miguel Cotto size fighter. He's not gonna go up to Sergio Martinez. But anyways, I'm making this video longer than what it should be. Guys, don't feel cheated. Puerto Rican fans, do not feel ashamed at all about Miguel Cotto because he gave a valiant fight. And me as a Mexican, I really, really cheered on Miguel Cotto. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, and I'm making future videos. Take it easy.